We are in the middle of a trans genocide in the US. Now, that's not only me saying this, it's also genocide experts who have come forward to say that we are in the early to mid stages of a genocide against trans people in the United States. It's not a matter of if or when, it is happening right now. So the question is now, what will people do to stop it? The thing is, the systematic targeting and erasure and eradication of trans people is nothing new. We've experienced this in the decades prior. The US and other countries would do everything in their power to oppress trans people and make sure that we were locked up, that we were pariahs of society. We just didn't call it a genocide back then. Because of how society operates, there is very little research into trans genocide because people haven't really encompassed gender groups when it comes to defining genocides against peoples. But the current talks from the president to the entire administration right now about eradicating transgender people, or transgenderism as they love to say, is a targeting of a gender group. It is by definition genocidal against trans people, as well as intersex people, because in the erasure of trans people, it often also attacks intersex people who then face forced procedures on them. Because at the end of the day, it's about taking away bodily autonomy from a group of people, but also vilifying them and attacking them and locking my siblings up in the wrong prisons where they face assault, where they face risk of being killed. And as genocide expert Dr. Yoden Forji says, you don't have a democracy that's committing genocide against one group. That is not a democracy anymore once genocide is in the mix. The state in question will commit other atrocities, which of course applies to many places that try to call themselves democracies around the world and then commit a genocide. And this should serve as a warning to Americans. You don't have a democracy anymore. You don't have a republic anymore. You have an authoritarian regime who's targeting and eradicating minorities. And to my trans siblings, to my intersex siblings, I wish I had some words of comfort to give you, but I don't. I don't in this moment, because nothing that I can say can make this better. The only things I can say are find your support systems and lean on them. Lean on each other. Just plan for the worst and hope for the best. I do ultimately believe that this too will pass. The problem is I don't know how soon, and I'm sure that things are going to get worse before we see some better days ahead. So plan for the worst, have an escape plan, and do what you need to survive whatever is coming.